Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to the series of how to use programming in automation. So as part of this series today I'm going to show you how to use strings split method in automation. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to use split method in automation. Okay, so split method is used to break the string into parts. Okay, I will repeat once again. Split method is used to break the string into parts, or we can say split method separates long string into smaller pieces. Okay, I'll say once again. Split method separates long string into smaller pieces. Okay, and important thing is these parts or these pieces of string get stored in array. Okay, so these string parts get stored in an array. Okay, so next is basically in order to split a string we need to have some common separator. Okay, so this is important. In order to split a string we need to have some common separator. So this common separator can be space, it can be space, it can be comma, it can be colon, it can be semicolon, or it can be at the rate symbol, or it can be anything. Okay, so based on what we provide, split method will break the string. Okay okay so let's say I have this string script and execute. Okay, so this is my string and I want to break this. Okay, so how I can break? As I said, we need to have common separator. So what is the common separator here? We have space. Okay, so using space we can split the string. Okay, so I will keep this string in some variable. I will say const text. Okay, so I'm keeping this in some variable, just ignore the errors. Then I will say I want to apply split method on this text. So how to do? Text dot split, text dot split, and put double quote. Okay, so as I said here in our example, in order to split this string we need to have a common separator, and the common separator is space, correct? So here within the double quote give a space. Okay, so suppose if the text is having colon, here give colon, or if the text is having at the rate symbol, enter that symbol here. So since here it has space, so give a space. Okay, and I'll keep this in some variable. So I will say words. Okay okay and as I said, this these words get stored in an array, correct? So the result is get stored in an array, and you know that array always starts from 0. So words of 0. Okay, words of 0 will have script word in it. Okay, it will have script word, and words of 1, so this will have and words of just and just ignore it. Words of 2 will have execute. Okay, so this is how split method works. Okay, so to show you this I will use two application. One is SwagLabs application, the SauceDemo application. So here I have list of users. Okay, so I will separate each user and I'll keep it in some variable, and I will take any user and log in into the application. Okay, so this is the one example I will show. Then I will use this OrangeHRM. Okay, I'll show you. I'll log out. Okay, so here it has username and password. Okay, so here I will fetch username from here, and I will use it as username, and I will fetch this password, this part, and I will enter it into this password field. Okay, so let's see how to do. So I've already created a spec file and created two test blocks. Okay, first one is source demo and second one is orange HR. Okay. Okay, so now let's see how to do that. So here what we need to do, so first we need to inspect this element. Let us inspect. So here you can see this id login credential has this whole thing. Okay, has this whole thing. See, it has this whole thing. So I will take id, I will get the text of it. Okay. Okay, so we'll say const, sorry, const, I will say user text, const user text await page dot locator. This is id dot inner text, dot inner text to get the text of it. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to we need to split this. Correct, see, as you can see that if I highlight this, it is showing everything. Correct. And here, so how to split this, you can see it has standard user, then in the next line it has logged out user, then in the next line it has problem user. So what is the common separator here? The common separator is slash n, that is next line. Okay. Okay, so we have to apply split method on this user text. So user text dot split, dot split, bracket open, double quote. As I said, we want to split this by slash n because it is in the next line. Correct, slash n. Okay, dot dot slice. Okay, so slice method is to remove the first line. Okay, so here the first line is accepted usernames and we don't want that, we want to remove it, so I'm using slice method. Okay, and I will keep this in some variable. I will say user array, const user array is equal to. Okay, so let us print this and see. First we will print user text, then user array, console.log user text, then console.log user array. Okay. Okay, so let us execute. So if you think you're learning something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. And this split method is very important. Okay, just scroll up a little. So here the first one is user text. The user text is accepted usernames are and all the users, and you can see these are all in next line, so I've used slash n. Then the next is user array. 1 minute, I'll just scroll up this one only. So user array variable, and you know that array starts from square bracket and all the users are in single quote. Okay, users are in single quote. Okay, so now what we need to do, oh sorry, okay, so now what we need to do, we need to store each username into variable. Okay, so we'll create some variables and we will store. So const, we will say first user, const first user. So where is the first user? It is in user array of 0. User array of 0. It means the 0 is standard user. Okay. Okay. Then const second user. Second user is in user array of 1. Then const third user. Third user is in user array of 2. And const fourth user. Fourth user is in user array of, sorry, user array of 3. Okay. Okay, so now let us use this first user and login. Okay, so let us inspect this username field. So it has ID username. Let us take this, await page dot locator. The locator is ash username hyphen name dot fill. So I want to fill the first user. Okay. Okay, so I'll give some weight so we can see. Await page dot wait for timeout. I'll give some 3 minutes of time. Sorry, 3 seconds. Okay, so let me execute. So the things we need to remember here. So in order to split, we need to have a common separator. And so after splitting, the result will get stored in array. Okay, and array starts from 0. Okay, so we can see that first user got entered into the username field. Okay, okay. So the next example is this orange HRM. I'll remove dot only from there. Okay, so let us inspect this username. Okay, both username and password are having the same class. Let us take Control F. Since it is class, I'm using dot. Control A, comma. So I will say nth of 0 and nth of 1. So I hope you know all these things. Okay, so if not, there is a beginner friendly tutorial in my channel, so there I've explained everything. Please to watch it. Okay, so this video I'm dedicated only to explain split method. Okay. Okay, so we'll create a variable called const username text. Username text. Okay, await page dot locator. So this is the locator and it has two matching element. I want the first one. So I'm saying nth of 0, or I can say dot first. So I want to get the text. So I'm saying dot inner text. Okay. Okay. So let us print console.log username text. Okay. So then we will apply split method on it. Okay. Okay, so here it printed the text username admin. Okay, so what we want to do now, here we want to apply split method. So tell me the common separator here. So we can say the common separator is colon. We have colon here. Okay, so we can use colon. Okay, so username text dot split double quote, and since we want to split it by colon, put colon. Okay, and let us store this in some variable. We'll say const username. Okay, so let us execute. It will give two words. Okay, so I we want the second one, so we have to use username of one. Okay, so I will show you that. 1 minute. So let us print that, so we will know. So console.log username. Okay, so here we can see the result is stored in an array. So it has two words, username and admin. So username in, so array of 0 place, and admin is in the first place. So since I want admin, I will say of 1 here itself. Okay, so here after split, since I want the second one, I will say array of 1, and I will say dot trim. So it will remove some extra spaces if it has. Okay, so let us execute. So in this case, now we will get only admin. So as I said, split method is very important in automation. Okay, okay, so we got admin here. Okay, okay, so now same thing we will do for password. So I will say password text. Password text, and password is in the second one. So nth of 1. So we will print password here, and here I will say password. Okay, so we want to split password text. So we will say password text dot split. Okay, let us execute. Okay, okay, sorry, it did not print password because here I said password. Okay, okay, so now let us inspect this username and password field, and we will try to enter that value. So it has placeholder. We can take placeholder username. Await page dot get by placeholder. So the placeholder is username dot fill is first one username, then await page dot get by placeholder, let us inspect it later, dot fill, we want to fill password. Let us inspect password field, placeholder is password. Okay, so after entering username and password, I'll give some wait. Page dot wait for timeout. Okay, let us execute this. Okay, as we can see, it entered username and password. Okay, so this is how we use split method in automation. Okay, okay, so I'm repeating once again. If you think you learned something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.